This week in class we'll be exploring the topic of mental health. Before coming, you will need to complete the following activity called I Am Not My Description. Before you start this activity, you will need 10 post-it notes or 10 slips of paper. They just need to be big enough to write one word on them. On each of these post-it notes or pieces of paper, I'd like you to write down one word that describes you. No one else will see these slips of paper, so try to be as honest as possible. Press pause while you do this. I'd now like you to order the slips of paper with the one you're most pleased with at the top and the one that you're least pleased with at the bottom. What you have now in front of you is a wardrobe of descriptive words that you can try on, wear and discard, a bit like your own wardrobe of clothes at home. And we're sorting out our wardrobe to have a look at which clothes we'd like to keep and which ones we'd like to throw. So we're going to think about one of the words. I'd like you to pick one word up. How do you feel about that word? Do you like it? Do you want to keep it, or do you want to discard it? Pick up another word. How do you feel about this word? Do you like it? Or do you want to discard it? I'd like you to pick up another word that's in your top 3 list. If I told you you had to discard this one, how would that make you feel? Do you feel naked without it? How do you think it would change you? How do you think it would change the way other people see you? I'd now like you to look at the word that you ranked that you least liked. Think about this word. Where is that word coming from? Have you been called this word, or is it one that you've labelled yourself with? Now let's think about rewriting this word or thinking a little bit more deeply about this word. So when I've done this with young people, they often write words like dumb. So when you get them to unpack it, you ask questions like, are you this word all the time? And often they'll say things like, no, only in maths. And then you can ask, in all areas of maths? And they might answer with, no, just the areas of multiplication. So you can get them to rewrite that statement of dumb to, so I've yet to learn my 11 and 12 multiplication, which is a lot more positive. I think about some of the words that I use to describe me, and one of them might be competitive. But if I asked myself, am I this word all the time, I would probably say no, because on the sporting field I'm not competitive. But if you try and beat me at Pictionary, then it's game on. So then I would have a go at rewriting that to be a lot more positive. I want you to do the same with your word that you ranked that you least liked. Think about this word. Are you this word all the time? When are you that word? How might you rewrite this? Press pause while you have a go at rewriting it. Now I'd like you to reclaim each of these words and think about one thing that you've learnt about yourself. After you've written the one thing that you've learnt about yourself from doing that activity, I want you to collect your top 6 responses or your top 6 descriptive words that you liked, and I'd like you to bring them to class with you. We won't be sharing them, but we will use them in a follow-up activity. Thank you and see you next week.